Howdy out there. Yeah, howdy there, folks. I'm trying to straighten out my warp swing arm here, okay? My theory is I cut this tube here and I heat the swing arm from the bottom opposite the places I did my welding. Okay? So I cut it once already and I had like an 1/8 inch gap. And then I heated underneath here and that really closed the gap up. And brought me a little closer to where I want to be, but not quite enough. So I cut it again and I heated it up again. So right now I'm letting it cool off. So while I'm letting it cool off, I'm scrapping out my my other tire carrier, the factory tire carrier. And what I plan on doing is using this to mount my tire to my carrier. Only because it's already prefab. All I got to do is drill some holes and make some brackets. Some brackets work to bolt to the tire carrier, so it takes care of that. The top line is where it was, and the bottom line is where it's supposed to be. Yeah. So that's like yeah, I think it's a little more than 3/4 of an inch difference there. And I don't want all that stress on there. I'll put up with a little bit of stress. See that? I mean, if I can push it down with my fingers there, there's not a whole lot of stress that's going to be on there. So I'm going to buy that right there like that. Anyway, all this is cooling off. When this thing is in the closed position, I want the tire not to be just carried by this, but I want the tire to sit on the bumper so it's got support. So this way, there should be like some stress on it, but hardly no stress because the tire is going to be resting on the bumper when it's closed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to extend the bumper out with some tubular tube, you know. And I cut this piece last week, but I cut it too long. I screwed up on my measurements, and but it's okay. I can still cut it. But I was thinking of something like that. See, it's gonna go something like that, but not this far out. I was way out of whack when I did this. It's actually gonna go. Yeah, it's probably gonna go in about that far. Okay. So, when the swing arm is closed, the tire will be resting on this. This way it's got some support. It's not just flopping around there in the wind, you know. So, basically what I did was make some cuts and tack everything together. Okay, so this is just tacked on right now. I'll end up taking it all off and give it a final welding when I'm getting close to finish. I need to do something with this thing still here. So everything's just tacked on. I just did a light tack on there, and over here, well, I ran out of pipe. Yeah. So anyway, I just threw the tire on there so you can see what it's going to look like. I just got it strapped on right now with this thing. So that's the way it's supposed to sit. See, it's sitting on the bumper. It'll be secured onto the arm, to the swing arm, but it'll be sitting on the bumper like that. So this way it's got plenty of support, and it's not going to be stressing out the swing arm. Ah, yeah. So that's a theory anyway. Yeah. Get it? Get it now? See what I'm trying to do? There should be very little stress on the swing arm, or on the latch, or on the hinge over here. So that takes care of that. So I gotta get some more pipe and take everything off and weld everything up, and well, I still want to put some kind of a stop on here. And I was thinking of something earlier, and I just don't feel no energy today. Yeah, so just hung it up. It's cold out here anyway. Okay. Just for your information, you know, there's several ways to attaching tubing together. Okay? With a straight cut like that onto a piece of pipe like this, it's not going to sit flush. Okay? So they do sell a tool to cut this. It'll cut a nice little half moon so it fits up perfectly with your pipe, you know. That's real nice, and I think it's required for like race car fabrication, construction, roll cages, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not building a race car here, so that's not necessary. I mean, if somebody wants to give me one of those tools, that's fine, you know, but I don't have one. So, another way you can do this is just pinch this end off. Oh, you can use your grinder and grind a little half moon on here so it fits up with the pipe nice and perfect, you know. I don't have time for that, and I don't think it's necessary. So I'm going to pinch off the ends here, you know, like that. So it gives me something to weld to, and that's all I need. And luckily I have a hydraulic press, so all I did was cut my pieces, put them in a hydraulic press, and press the ends together. Not a whole lot together, but just enough. So, as you can see here, that's what I did. They're just tacked on right now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice one right there, see? Could have done it the other way, but I would have had to go buy the tool, or I would have had to spend all day grinding stuff. It's pretty, but not necessary, you know?